What's up, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Snapchat? Did I miss any Twitter? Wherever you're watching this video, before I get started and break down each social media platform, which I'll do Facebook last, I haven't done a video in a long time teaching people organic because, as you guys know, I'm mainly 90% of my business is focused on Facebook ads. But real quick, cheap plug. If you guys don't know about my company, Selfie Approved Apparel, everything I'm wearing right now is Selfie Approved, even the shirt that I'm wearing under. And what do I mean by that? Because right now, what you're seeing it is if anybody that does videos or anybody that does a lot of any kind of photos, a lot, or takes any kind of selfies, you want to get yourself Selfie Approved. Because check it out, when I flip it backwards, this is backwards, but not really. This is actually showing up correctly. This is when it's Selfie Approved so that you basically can see whatever you want to put on your stuff perfectly. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's talk about a couple different social media platforms. And then probably after this video, you'll probably realize that you're probably wasting a lot of time on social media, as you probably already know. And here's the reason why. So let's pretend that you're a person that just got on Instagram. Let me just first say that I've been on Instagram. My wife's been on it longer than me. I'm up to about 5,000 followers, not even trying to build it. And just so you guys know, if I actually tried, you know how hard it would be to create a following on Instagram? But if you are going to do it and you're not going to listen to me anyways, and you're going to post every day hoping that someone's going to buy from you or check out your business, then what you make sure you want to do is use hashtags. And on Instagram, you're allowed to use up to 30. And if you're not using the story mode for Instagram, more people will watch your story than they'll actually look at your wall. It's not because they don't look at your content every day. It's because they follow way too many people. So if they're following thousands of people and you just happen to be one of the people they follow, the odds of them seeing your content is not happening. This is the reason why I get more viewage. I get more views on Instagram story mode. But one of the tips I can give you if you're going to post in Instagram story mode is make sure you check in the city that you're from. Make sure you use hashtags, not many, just like one or two, because then it pops up in their news feeds. Or they, like, I'll give you an example, something so simple as me winning on Fortnite, right? Which I shouldn't even be playing that game. I'm an adult. But when I play Fortnite, or if I take a video of Fortnite, I'll put the hashtag Fortnite or Fortnite clips, and then it'll put it in like their little hashtag story, and then I'll find viewers and people that will follow me. Now, sometimes I don't want to do that because then I'll have like weirdos following me from Fortnite thinking like I'm a hardcore Fortnite guy and I'm going to be in the next Fortnite championship. But to talk about social media, when it comes to Instagram, yeah, be on it, have a profile, capture the username so no one else can use it. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I go by the Chicago God. And all I can say is this: if you're going to post on your Instagram, make sure that you guys create it to be a business profile versus a regular profile. And if you don't know how to do that, it's simply create a business page if you already don't have one, and then just link the business page to your Instagram. So now it becomes an official business page. So then now you can get insights. And if you guys don't know what that means on Instagram, you want to make yours a business profile because then you'll be able to see insights. And what insights means, it will show you all the content, what's most viewed. It'll show you the days of the week that the people see you. It will show you the demographics of whether women are more follow you. It will show you what city that most people follow you from. So there's some good things you can do with Instagram. But I will still say that if you're going to start there, it wouldn't be Instagram. If you're going to be on social media, you don't want to start on Instagram because it's one of those platforms that you have to do a lot of work to get that thing going, okay? So anyways, one thing I do want to say though, since I'm wearing all the Selfie Approved stuff, I want you guys to know that I'm starting to now take orders to put anything you want, your brand, your logo, your company's name, your saying, whatever, your hashtag that you use mostly, and put it on a hat, put it on a hoodie, put it on a shirt. Pretty much you can put it on anything apparel. That's why it's called self-approved apparel. But so to get to basically make a long story short with Instagram, if you're going to use it, make sure that when you do post, like if you're going to post on your actual like news feed or whatever they would call that, your wall on Instagram, make sure you use hashtags. You also use up to 30. Make sure that your account is a business profile account. So now you can get insights and now you can actually see who's following you, what demographic, what cities, everything, right? But even then, too, you want to make sure that you have Instagram set up as a business profile and connected to your business page. So then when you do a Facebook ad, if you don't do them currently, then you will now be able to now advertise also to your Instagram following and the people that follow you on Instagram. So that's all I'm going to say about Instagram. If you have more questions about Instagram, hit me up, inbox me, and I will give you guys the best. But back in the day, no one really talked in the direct message on Instagram. Now, most of the time, most people that I follow or follow me, and I only follow like 100 some people. I have 5,000 followers. So that's another tip that I can give you guys. Don't go and do what most people do, where you're following 2,000 people, but then you literally only have like 15 followers. That looks you look desperate. Don't do that. All right, so let's move on to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another platform that I don't spend a lot of time on, but I've helped clients make money in there. I've filled seminars using LinkedIn. I've found clients on LinkedIn, so it's still something valuable. But one thing I will tell you about LinkedIn, you definitely want to be posting your content in groups on LinkedIn, because the odds of somebody actually seeing your content on your actual wall is like slim to none. And here's another thing that I think is sad about LinkedIn, why I don't like it as much. One thing I like about LinkedIn is that it shows you how many people viewed your post. What I hate about LinkedIn is that nobody engages there. Like, there's no engagement. It's just I'll go post a video over there, or I'll post a content, and it'll show me I had 83 people view it. Not one person liked, not one person commented. They just basically stalking my LinkedIn. So would I use LinkedIn for my business? Depending the business, absolutely. But just so you guys know, LinkedIn was created for people that are looking to recruit people for their companies. That's really what it was made for. That companies are looking to hire salespeople or PR people, whatever they're looking for. That's what LinkedIn was originally created for. It's like a networking area. It's like a platform for people that like to network. And for me, I don't like people that network. I think networking is a waste of time. So I know most people do it. I know most people think that if I just pass out enough business cards, I'm going to get business. If I just keep working with people and meeting people and making connections, they'll send me business. Go ahead. If you're going to scale your whole business on that model, go ahead. But I once did a video called Dear LinkedIn, Business Cards Don't Work. And about 50% of LinkedIn agree with me, and 50% of them said, you're an idiot. If we listen to you, man, and we don't pass out business cards, how are we ever going to... Hey, like I said, if anything I say you don't agree with, then continue to do what you do. But I'm going to tell you this. If you're going to be on LinkedIn, use groups and use hashtags. That's something they just added now, and now they have voice on there too. So if you're having conversations on any of the platforms, use voice. Use voice. Stop using text. Stop testing people these long. Like, one thing I hate about LinkedIn too is everybody's trying to get coffee. Everybody's trying to sell you some shit. So like, someone will connect with me on LinkedIn, and then within like a minute, they send me a freaking paragraph that they probably copy and paste and send to every single one of their connections. And it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. If you're going to be on LinkedIn or any of these platforms, the whole purpose of the platforms is just to take your content and get more viewage to it, get more traffic to it, get more people to expose it to more people. That's it. But at the end of the day, no matter what platform you're on, if you're doing that, you need to have a marketing funnel. You need to have somewhere for people to opt in or sign up, or else you're getting all this traffic, all these views, and you're not giving anybody the opportunity to raise their hand and say that they'd like more information or they would like to work with you or do business with you. So that being said, I'm on LinkedIn. You're able to create a username in there. So on LinkedIn, I'm Chicago's finest. Like I said, I don't really do much on LinkedIn anymore as I used to. I've got customers on it. So if you're going to use it, use it. Like a lot of what I do on LinkedIn is I share my YouTube video. I don't really promote my YouTube channel at all. But when I do, I take the videos and put them on LinkedIn. It's kind of like my lazy way of still putting content on LinkedIn. But I'm telling you right now, most people on LinkedIn are just on there to try to sell you something. So if you're going to be on LinkedIn and you take advantage of who's watching your profile, because that's one thing I do like about LinkedIn, it will let you know who viewed it. Now they ask you if you want to pay like the $30 a month fee so you can see everybody viewing you. Well, if that's where you're going to spend most of your time, then yeah, it'd probably make sense to pay that, because then you want to see every single person that's following you on LinkedIn. And when I used to do seminars for social media, I would tell people, hey, if you ever have someone watching you on LinkedIn and you can see it because it shows you, hey, this person viewed your profile, then what you want to do is you want to go to that person, because they probably don't even know that, and just say, hey, by the way, I just want to know, what do you do for a living? I see that we're connected, da, 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 da. Long story short, LinkedIn is good for basically watching who's watching. That's what I like about it. But if you're going to be on LinkedIn, post in groups, use hashtags, and that is it. But do not think that if you just post it on your profile that people are going to see it, because odds are no one's checking it out. And most of what people do on LinkedIn is share articles and have discussions. See, I don't got that kind of time. This is the reason why I don't do a lot of organic as I used to, because it's just time consuming. But for people that don't want to spend money on advertisement or marketing, or maybe do a radio spot, or they don't want to spend money, then they use social media because it's free to use. Yes, you can get clients out of it, but just understand that what you're trading is your time for money. Because if you don't want to do ads, then you're going to have to use your time to promote yourself on these platforms. So done with LinkedIn. Now let's talk about Twitter. The only thing good about Twitter is if you're the type of person who likes to argue and fight with trolls. If that's what you're into and you're bored and you want to have a discussion about abortion, politics, you want to have a discussion about R. Kelly, if you want to have a discussion about sports, and I shouldn't say discussions, I should say arguments, because that's what Twitter's for. The only reason why I use Twitter is literally to link and to put my content out there. I use hashtags, and back in the day, it doesn't do this anymore, but back in the day, if you wanted like something from your LinkedIn to post to your Facebook at the same time, you would use Twitter, then it would post to Twitter, and then Twitter, you would connect your Twitter to Facebook, and then they would post all at one time. So that's the real reason why I got on Twitter originally. I'm still on Twitter, but I can tell you right now, I only would go on there when I feel like fighting or feel like arguing. But one thing I did do as a strategy, and I've had the FBI contact me because of my tweets. I've had celebrities fight with me because of my tweets. But really what I would do is I'd watch like these business TV shows like Shark Tank or The Profit. And then I just have discussions with people about business. And then I would obviously, no matter what platform I'm on, I'm always going to make sure that we eventually become friends on Facebook. Because whether you guys like it or not, Facebook is king. Facebook is where everything's happening. Facebook is you get the best dollar or the best bang for your buck when it comes to advertisement, as well as Instagram. And if you didn't know, Facebook owns Instagram. If you didn't know this as well, Facebook offered Snapchat $3 billion to buy them, and they said no. And then when they denied them, they created story mode for Facebook and Instagram. And I love story mode on all platforms because it's a way to see who's seeing, who's paying attention, who's watching you. So then you know who to engage with. You know who to reach out to later and say, hey, let's have a conversation, because they're actually interested enough to watch you. What you don't have when it comes to doing videos or doing any of that kind of thing, you don't know who's watching, you don't know who's paying attention to you. But even on Facebook, there's a way for you to see who's stalking you, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube for 1 second. So I use YouTube because when people Google search you, the one thing you definitely want to happen is when there's Googling your name, is that a couple YouTube videos pop up of you talking about something. I don't care if you sell insurance. I don't care if you sell solar panel. I don't care if you sell selfie-approved clothes. Whatever you do, YouTube is a place for if people are looking for you. Make sure on YouTube you put the right, what do you call those, keywords from when you make the video. But also, it's very smart to put your name in all your videos, because then if someone's Googling you, they basically will find all your videos, right? That's why some people sometimes confuse me with the juicer. If you guys don't know who Joe Cross the Juicer is, that's what some people, I'll have ladies on Twitter and people on other platforms will reach out to me and ask me, hey, what do you recommend for a certain shake or a juice? And I'm like, I'm not that guy. I don't even look like that guy, but I'm glad that he's famous because it just sends more traffic to me, right? So if anything, if you're going to use YouTube, use it and put your name in the titles of all. And one of the things I always do is I put my name in it, the name of my company, and I also sometimes will put my city, Chicago. So then if someone's looking for business or something or my offer or marketing and are in Illinois, then I would do that, right? So I'm trying to think, what platform did I miss if I didn't? So let's talk about Facebook. And if I miss one, I'll come back to it. But Snapchat. So Snapchat to me is just a great video platform. Like, the only reason why I use Snapchat, honestly, is because do I get a lot of clout on there? Do I get a lot of viewage on there? Do I get followers on there? Absolutely, but mostly younger people, and there's not really much I can sell them. So a lot of the times what the younger people will do for me is promote my content on their Snapchat. That's really what I use it for. But what I can tell you about Snapchat, why I use it so much, because it's the easiest, quickest way to make a video. Like, even when I go on Instagram and try to make a video real quick, or even on Facebook, it's not as fast. With Snapchat, you pop it up and it's ready to make a video. And they have the best filters, and you can put all kinds of cool stuff. Now, Facebook's catching up, Instagram's catching up with that. But at the end of the day, Snapchat is the king when it comes to making video. Also, what I love about Snapchat, when you do make videos, you can save your whole day, is what I used to do. I would just record my whole day of everything I do throughout the day. And I used to have Snapchat spectacles, and I used to give them out. If you guys don't know what Snapchat spectacles are, they're sunglasses that record. I used to give these away when I used to get new clients. I'd give them away, and a couple of clients that are still current with me today would wear them. And the cool thing about Snapchat, if you're the kind of person that doesn't like to be on video, then why not get the Snapchat glasses and go around, record your day as you're engaging with people? And literally now you can take that whole video of the day, save it into one master video. You can edit it if you want, and then you could put it on YouTube, you can put it on LinkedIn, you can put it on Facebook. So one thing you guys will learn about me too, whatever I put on Snapchat for the most part, I'll take those videos, save them, and put them on the story mode on Instagram, put them on the story mode on Facebook, because why come up with new content? And even if I have content current, a lot of the times what I'll do on Snapchat, one thing I do like about Snapchat versus Instagram story mode, you got to have up to 10,000, you have to have 10,000 followers just so you can put a link, which means swipe up, right? On Snapchat, you don't have to do that. On Snapchat, you literally can create a video and put a link to something that you want people to watch. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll post one of my videos that I did on YouTube or on Facebook, and then what I'll do is I'll share the link on my Snapchat, tell people to swipe up. And now one thing I will tell you, a tip that I can tell you guys about Snapchat is share it on there's a thing called My Story, which is your story, and then there's Our Story, which is Snapchat's public story. So what you want to do if you're going to do that, use hashtags and definitely always tag the location you're in, because then what Snapchat does, just like Instagram and Facebook, or actually Instagram and Snapchat do it, Facebook doesn't do it yet, where they'll actually put now that video and that hashtag, and they'll put it like in a group. So if anybody's looking up that hashtag or looking up your area you're in, they'll see your content. I've actually had people tell me I seen myself in your Snap because it showed up on our story. So good thing about Snapchat, what I like, is they let you share it to their public story. So now all your content go there, right? TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok before I go back to Facebook. TikTok, again, it's one of those platforms that I really don't get. It's not something for people. Really, TikTok for me is just a bunch of people dancing on there, right? That's pretty much it. So when I was on there, it used to be Musical.ly. Now it's TikTok, and actually I learned about it from one of my clients that flew me out to Minnesota, and her daughter, at the time, I think she was 12 or 11, she showed me Musical.ly, and since I like to do music anyways on Snapchat, I saw it as a cool thing, so I started using it. I made a couple videos, and it's funny, one of the dumbest videos I did has already got me 2,000 views, but would I spend my time on TikTok? No. Would I spend my time trying to build a following on Snapchat? No. On Instagram? Not really, no. I'll still be on them, and I'll still put content out there. But at the end of the day, where I want to find people is Facebook, LinkedIn. Those are probably the best platforms to find business if you're trying to promote your business. But if you really want to get serious about it, then you got to do ads. You got to do Facebook ads. You got to do Instagram ads. So let's talk about Facebook. And one platform that I use a lot, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, is Periscope. I used to use it a lot. I stopped using it because, again, you could spend time on any one of these platforms and you can definitely build a following if you know what you're doing and you have content and you're constantly being consistent. You can definitely build followings on any of these platforms. But then you got to think about, well, how much time is it going to take me to do that? And then if it's a lot, why waste all your energy and time? You might as well just be on the one that's going to make you the most money the fastest, going to get you the most exposure the fastest, going to get you the clients the fastest, and that would be Facebook. That would be LinkedIn, and only Instagram if you're doing ads, all right? So let's talk about Facebook. It's where I started. Right, when I first started on Facebook, everybody thought I was a life coach, which at the time, because I posted a lot of motivational quotes and a lot of inspirational quotes, people were like, oh, this guy's a life coach. Then they started tagging me, telling other people to follow me. Oh, you got to follow this guy, Joe Cross. He's a life coach. And at the time, I was like, what the frick is a life coach? Can you believe there are organizations that charge people $10,000 to $20,000, like going to college or school, to become a certified business coach? What the hell is that? What is that? It's not even a real thing, but you got people out there that don't know what to do with their life. So then they go to this fake school and become a life coach. But to be on Facebook, why? Because on Facebook, you can get exposure in groups. You can get exposure on other people's fan pages. Like, I'm blocked from every single guru except Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk. Every other guru has blocked me because a lot of times when they go live or when they post content that's BS, I'm in the comments. And I'm making just a little statement. And then what ends up happening, one person sees it, then that person argues with me, and then other people see it. So now I got all these other people arguing me. Now, I'm not doing it for the argument. I'm doing it for the one or two guys that are watching this all go down and then reach out to me and say, hey, man, I've been thinking the same thing that you were thinking. I thought exactly the same. And then what happens? Literally, they friend request me, and then they usually become a client of mine. So I take that negativity. Because here's what I think of. When I'm arguing with people on gurus pages, and this is what I'll tell people, like, if let's say you're selling makeup, well, you might want to have discussions in makeup groups. You want to have discussions on makeup people that are big shots that have millions of followers and They go live talking about makeup, and you want to be in the comments having conversations with people. It's how you can find new connections. If you're going to do it the organic way, then this is the way to go about it, right? But then I mainly talk trash in the comments because I'm looking for the one or two that agree with me. That I'm not looking to debate and fight with every one of their followers. No, that's fun to me. That's why I'm the king of controversy. No, I do it because I'm looking for the woman or the man that has done it, that have gone to the Grant Cardone seminar, that's gone to bought a Ty Lopez program, that has listened to the gurus and still not doing anything, still no further than they were yesterday, and they're sick of it. That's the person that I want to talk to. And usually they find me because they're watching me go dialogue with other people. Like, I'll give you guys a great example. So in Facebook, there's a group that I joined, and I left it already. It was called the Business, something about selling business mastermind or some crap. Some guy was in there talking about, hey guys, I'm selling $1 million business, blah, blah, blah. And of course I have to say something. So I say, hey, I don't think any guy that's looking to buy $1 million business is probably in groups, specifically not this group. So right away, people are like, oh, you're negative. Oh, this is what I love about people that follow the gurus and the people that are on social media and are listening to all these guys that are teaching you guys, supposedly teaching you business, but really it's just more motivational speeches that sounds like marketing. It's more branding, not really lead generation, not actually getting customers and clients out of it. So I tell the people every time they argue with me, I say, hey man, if you want to still keep following them, you still want to keep giving them money, go ahead. No sweat off my back. I'm only here because that's the number one question they ask me. Why are you even here? I'm here looking for the guy or woman that knows these guys are BS and they haven't found anybody else that's not. That's who I'm looking for. I'm not looking for nobody else. So on Facebook, if you don't do lives, you should, right? Because that's how video is it. That I've said that years ago. You can ask my wife. I've been saying for probably the last 6-7 years that video is the future of all business, all marketing. And now every single platform has video, right? It wasn't always that way. The first ones that have video was Periscope, and no one knows what that is because it's owned by Twitter. It didn't really get popular. No one knew about what that was. So video is the future. But if you're not willing to do video, then you better have some kind. Even if you're afraid to do video, you could do a video where it just does words. You better have content. And if you do have content, which I don't understand why people don't do this, especially on Facebook, if you got a piece of content, I think every stupid guy that out there is teaching or a woman teaching social media that's saying, oh, you got to have more content. Even Gary Vee, content, just keep putting out content. Dude, who has the creativity to come up with that much damn content, right? So why not come up with one killer video, create one video, even if you take a week to create it because you're a picky person and you got to make sure all the details are perfect and everything is perfect. So then create one great video that talks about what you do and teaches, not sells, and then use that one video everywhere on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Instagram story, or now they have IGTV, which I actually use that. I definitely use IGTV, and I definitely found clients from IGTV because I'm just teaching. That's it. This is an age where you teach so that people know you're the expert. And when you're teaching and giving people answers and solutions to their problems, they're going to hire you. They're going to give you money, whether that's selling hair care, whether that's selling makeup, whether that's selling nutrition. But that's not what people do. What people do online is buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. They don't even try to teach people anything. They just buy my stuff. Why have you not bought my stuff? Are you an idiot? Buy my stuff. Like, it's all they do is sit online yelling at people to buy your crap. Well, let me tell you something. Let me give you a little tip. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. If you want to get attention online, you have to be the guy with the answers. You have to be the woman giving people solutions for free. For free. Not just trying to sell them shit. Because here's what you need to learn. I've read this in a book called The 1 Minute Salesman. People love to buy, but hate to be sold. The minute you try to sell them something, they're out. It could be something to save their life, and they still don't want to do it because people feel right away, if you're trying to sell me, I'm getting screwed here. I have to be. How? I can't. So if you're going to be on Facebook, man, then you got to be talking and having discussions in group. What's up, Danielle? You have to be posting content, teaching people and giving them solutions to their problems. The minute you do that, two things are going to happen, especially if you do it right on Facebook, because groups is where you want to be on Facebook. Because if you're going to do it organically, again, I preach Facebook ads, I preach Instagram ads, right? And Danielle's a great example for already up to 200 leads. Congratulations. But why? And then here's the beautiful thing. Would you rather have 200 leads that you can follow up with, Or would you rather just keep posting in groups, hoping one or two find you, right? Again, if you're going to be in groups, make sure that you have them signing up for something or giving them something so they can say to you, hey, I want more help. Hey, I want more of that, right? So like for me, even here's a good tip for Facebook. If you're going to join Facebook groups, some of you guys are in way too many damn groups. What I did the other day is I left pretty much every single group that I was in. And then I did something. I went to every group that said business, entrepreneurship, or where I think I could share my content. And then what I learned is that I was looking for groups where they were only posting less than 30 a day. Like some of these groups, there's like 200 posts a day in a group. Or it'll tell you, if you look at the group, it'll tell you if there's 200 posts a day, 1,000 posts a day. Well, why would you want to be in a group where they're letting 1,000 posts go on a day, 500 a day? What are the odds of them seeing your content? It's not happening. So then you have only way to solution or a solution to that is join groups that have less than 20 posts a day, because then you know for a fact that when you post in there, the people are going to see it, right? And the beautiful thing that I love about groups is that I can literally take one piece of content, like a video, and then I can go hit share, and then it'll say, do you want to share to a group? And I can click every freaking group I'm in, and it takes me like 10 seconds. Back in the day, we had to use a thing called Hootsuite, right? So then it would automatically post all the groups for me. But before Hootsuite, before I even knew who Hootsuite was, I was literally copying, sharing, copying, sharing, copying, sharing. That's what I did my whole life in the beginning on organic, because I was just fucking copying and sharing part of my language. They didn't have no solution for us yet. Now they make it so easy for you, right? So probably the best thing if you're going to be in groups, it's quality groups versus quantity, because they got these groups like anybody posting here. Anybody's allowed to post for free. Yeah, it's great. But who cares? Like, here's another thing that I think is annoying. And you guys know what I'm talking about. When people put, hey guys, I think we all should help each other as entrepreneurs. Just post your link below. Nobody cares. And then you got like 1 million people posting their links as if anybody on the thread is going to buy. If you're sending people traffic to the people to your website to go straight buy, it's not going to happen, because statistically, people got to go to your website 7 to 8 times before purchase. So it almost makes more sense to give them some kind of free solution where you're going to teach them something about their problem for free, right? And then now you have a lead. Now they've given you their information to say, hey, I was at least interested enough to learn that. And if they're interested enough to learn that, then they're probably going to buy from you. Versus not doing that, and then what ends up happening is that people basically think, oh, I'm just going to keep posting and eventually someone's going to find out. And I think probably the worst thing that could happen to you is that you post in a couple of groups and you actually do make a sale. Now you think, I did it. I made a sale. One sale, and it took you hours and hours to post in all different and all kinds of engagement to make one sale. That's dumb. I'd rather do a video and then not make my link the highlight of the video, make all my description, everything, but I will have a link there. So if they like my video and they actually got value out of it, then they can sign up, give me their name, phone number, email to get something else, or to let me know they're interested in buying from me in the future, man. There's only 2 ways to go about social media: organic, which is a lot of work, manual labor, or advertisement. It don't matter. It's the same. Or if I was to run a business locally, I could either open my store and wait for people to show up, or I can do a what do you call that, Clipper magazine, where I'm, how many guys are how many of y'all are guilty of this, where you only look at those little Valpaks and the Clippers just looking for the food? I mean, maybe once in a while you might use one of the services like a dentist or something like that, tanning, but for the most part, we are going in there looking for pizza deals. We're looking for freaking 20% off our next restaurant purchase, and that's it. So pretty much anybody that's going to do those probably owns a restaurant, should be the only ones doing those. The rest of the people are wasting their damn money, right? And that's all business is. Business is, I have a solution to your problem, and now you want to make sure whoever that is, now who the best that solves that problem for, and then making sure that your content is in their eyes, in their face all the time, so that by maybe 2 times, 3 times seeing you, and they watch maybe 1 or 2 of your videos, they're like, hey, I like that. Or maybe they see a couple of your posts and you said something that taught them something. They're going to go to you. They're going to go to you. You no longer have to go to them. And I don't understand why anybody online thinks that it's just as simple as posting and that's it. And what's sad is that when they post something and then they got all their support from their teammates and friends, they think they've accomplished something. No, because when I was back in my MLM days, when we used to go to the MLM meetings, right? It would be all the same people every time. And everybody would do the same speech, same meeting. Everybody would get excited at the end. And now you got a room full of 120 people and there's only freaking 5 brand new people in that room. There was no purpose of this freaking meeting, right? I used to tell my people, if you come to the meeting, you got to come with people. If you're not coming with people, don't even come to the meeting. I don't need another person keeping my seats warm. I need people that are interested in the business, right? Or same thing for if I was selling anything, if I was to do an event. I only want people in the room that are going to buy. I don't want people in there just to be in there, right? And I think that's where people get confused on social media. They think they're fighting for more likes, they're fighting for more views, they're fighting for more shares, but that doesn't matter. What matters is conversion, right? If I'm going to do organic, then I need to create some kind of marketing system funnel so that if I'm going to be online, I have a funnel of people coming in to me saying, hey, I'm interested, hey, I'm interested. And that's it. That's all the name of the game. And if you are not willing to do the work to get the traffic, to get the leads, to get the opt-ins, then you shouldn't be, you're wasting your damn time. You're better off going to hit up Starbucks and just stalking people than the Starbucks. You're better off walking on the streets, passing out flyers, because if you're going to be online, the name of the game is get the attention, get the traffic, and then capture a lead. Get the attention, get the traffic, and then capture a lead. Because if you're not doing that, then what the hell is the point of being on social media? So you can talk to friends and family? I mean, I guess, right? So at the end of the day, I hope you guys learn from this, right? All social media is just another platform. I used to advertise on the radio. I used to advertise in newspapers. Don't make fun of me. I've been on social media since MySpace. I was recruiting and building a business on MySpace, right? Funny, I can't even find my MySpace page anymore. But the moral of the story is there's only 2 ways, again, to do online social media. Either it's organically, where you got to physically do the work, or you hire someone to do posts for you and get content out there so that people will find you, right? Capturing traffic and then capturing leads, or ads, advertisement. Doesn't matter if it's advertisement anywhere. But for me, I push Facebook, Instagram because we get the most results from that. And if I got results from LinkedIn, you'd be seeing me telling people to do LinkedIn ads. If I got results from YouTube ads, I would be telling people to do that. If I got results from a Snapchat ad, I would be telling people to do that, right? Because at the end of the day, all that freaking matters is results. Results, right? Results. And unfortunately for most of us, we confuse activity with results. Hey man, I had a great day today. I posted in 7 groups. I had 2 conversations with 2 ladies that may be interested. I inboxed about 87 people today because that's what the gurus told me. Meanwhile, you're doing all this damn work and you're exactly where you were yesterday, which is nowhere, because you're not focused on conversion. You're not focused on lead generation. You're not focused on sales. You're focused on just you're getting your name out there and getting exposed. If you want to get exposed, go do it. Go do it on the streets. You can get arrested for exposing yourself, right? Because that's all you're doing is you're looking desperate. And you got these ladies on there that are, cheerleading you on. Oh my God, you did your first video. Congratulations. Oh my God, you did your first post. Oh, congratulations. And now you're thinking you're doing something. No, you're in a circle of people that don't know what the hell they're doing. And they all say the same crap. Put more content. Do another live. Do another video. Do another post. Be in groups, hit up people in Messenger, but start using chat boxes so you can start stalking everybody in your Messenger. Crap. If you're going to have a Facebook page, business page, it's for one thing, to do ads. That's it. There's no point of having a Facebook page unless you're doing ads, because no one sees your page, right? You think it's funny that the page that gets me the most organic results is my King of Controversy page. I have like 6 business pages that I've done ads in all of them. And the one that gets me the most exposure is my King of Controversy page. Why? Because I'm not selling anything. I'm just talking trash, right? That's it. That's all. That's why people love it, because people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. So if you're going to be getting attention in this game, you got to start teaching and educating people, because the minute you start giving people solutions, stop being greedy. You're waiting for them to pay you to give them an answer. Give them a solution now. You give them a couple solutions and they go use it and it works. And then after all that being said and done, they come back to you and congratulate you or appreciate you for that. And then they don't buy, then they can kiss your ass. Because now I helped you. You know I can help you, but yet you're still not paying me to help you solve your problem. Then you're just a fool then. So hope you guys got values from this video. If you didn't watch from the beginning, you might want to do that, because I talked about every social platform. I didn't give you full detail. But back in the day, this is what I used to teach. I used to teach social media, organic. I would teach people how to use groups. I would teach people how to use Messenger. I would give people scripts on how to do that. all good and said and done, as long as at the end of the day we're getting a lead or we're getting a sale or a potential sale in the future. Because if you're doing all that work online and you're still not even have a list of people that are probably going to buy from you, then why are you online? Why are you online? Why are you online? What's the point? You might as well never be online again and just do ads. Never post again. Never like anybody's crap again. Spend most of your day just sitting at home watching television and let the ads work for you. That's why I promote ads. So, hey guys, I'm starting to do self-approved gear for people. So if you want anything self-approved, right? If you guys know what that means, like you notice that when I flip it, this is actually showed up correctly. So that's why it looks backwards. This one I mirrored it. So now when you put anything that you want on a hat, clothes, shirt, when you do a video, you don't look dumb that your stuff is backwards, that your logo is backwards, okay? So everyone have a good night. Share this video, comment, tell me what you think. Appreciate you guys. Work your way to the top because the bottom is too crowded.